Hi everyone, welcome to the Wednesday class, the last one of the year. Because we're actually going to take a historic 1 week off next week between Christmas and New Year. Please say hi. Linda's first on the chat. Hi Jane from Gloucestershire. So just say hi in the chat and we'll get straight on with the final Wednesday class of the year. It's freezing cold here in Norwich. Had a beautiful train journey in, absolutely incredible. Frost, beautiful sunrise. I was just sitting there thinking, the train was empty. I was just thinking, oh, this is just so beautiful. Okay, hi Liz, hi Catherine, Linda, Gillian, Anne. Everyone's getting ready for Christmas. Yeah, it is really cold, isn't it, Gillian, in Norwich? Okay, I've got, just to finish the year off on an awesome note of awesomeness, I've got an incredible point of the week to finish our series on the conception vessel and the governing vessel. It's kind of a logical one, and I'm going to see whether anyone can guess it later on in the exercise when we do the exercises. Okay, one of the themes of the point actually is to do with the alignment and connecting with heaven and earth. So when we check in today, I just want you to just tune in and see how you're feeling in terms of connecting with heaven and earth, because that's something we're going to be working on directly later on. Okay, so let's start off by doing the scanning. And when we're doing the scanning, I'll get you to tune in. I'm going to do the same thing myself. We're going to tune in and see whether we're feeling too heavy and too grounded, or whether we're too spaced out and kind of get connected out. So let's get going. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just tune in through our body as before. But before we do that, we're going to just check in and just see how our connection with heaven and earth is doing. So basically what that means is you basically stand like this, stand without particularly doing anything, and just notice whether you're generally feeling like you're going up like this, and you're kind of ungrounded, or you're generally feeling kind of like you're sinking down and you need to be lifted up. Okay, or maybe you might be perfectly balanced there, right in the middle, in which case that's absolutely fine. And let's just check in on that first of all. I'm going to do that myself. And a way you can do that is just tune into your feet, then tune into your head, and just notice whether the energy is going to get more like that or more like that. Okay, so I've got mine. I'm going to make a little note in the corner there, and I'm going to check in with that later on. Okay, right, so now let's scan through our whole body. Just figure out if there's anywhere where we really need to work on. So we're going to scan from the top of the head. We're going to go through the head, through the jaw, just checking out the eyes as well, the sinuses, all around the base of the cranium, down through the throat, shoulders. We're just choosing, you might want to close your eyes, just tune in, ask yourself, what is that like? Okay, and then down through the arms, through the chest, abdomen, checking out the diaphragm, scanning through into the hips, knees, ankles, and feet. Okay, so we just scan down. I'm going to just relax and take an overview of the whole body energy and just check out, see if there's anywhere that you would like to work on. You can kind of imagine as well, what would you like to be like, or what would you like it to be like at the end of the session? What would you like to have happen during the session? You can get an idea of that straight away. What would you like to have happen? And then as we do the exercises, if you find anything that's moving you towards what you'd like to have happen, then you can obviously focus in on that yourself. So just doing my whole body scan. Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of a sketch here. Okay, excellent. So now it's time for the 3 burner scan. We're just going to see which burner we'd like to work on today. Okay, so today, just for a change, we'll go from the upper burner and work down. Okay, so first of all, we're going to tune into this upper burner here. That's the heart and lung area. I'm going to close my eyes for a second and just tune in internally. Just see if you can feel your heart. You may even be able to sense your heartbeat It's making sure that that's nice and calm and steady, hopefully. Just notice if that area is relaxed as well, or whether there's any tightness around that area. And then expanding our awareness out into our lungs, what does that feel like? Is there any heat there or cold? Does it feel tight around the costal area? That kind of thing, okay? So that's the upper burner. What's the upper burner like? Okay, and I'm going to just draw that now, so don't forget. There's quite a lot of information in there. Okay, right, so that's the upper burner. Now we go down to the middle burner. So the upper burner is governed by the heart and the lungs, obviously, in the pericardium. The middle burner is just this area here below the diaphragm, and it includes the diaphragm as well, and it's related to the liver and the stomach meridians. So let's just tune into that area. I'm going to just feel around a bit first of all, and then just close my eyes, tune into that area. Okay, what you want to look out for, is there any tightness there? It's an area that really does like to get tight and blocked when we get emotional stresses. So just see how relaxed it is there. And also check out, see whether there's any heat or cold in that area. It should be just a nice temperature and nice and released. Okay, so I'm going to draw my middle burner. Just ask yourself, what's it like? Okay. And then finally the lower burner, which is below the navel, down onto the pelvic floor and into the sacrum here. I'm going to close my eyes and tune in. And you're asking yourselves, what is that like? So it should feel kind of warm, nice and strong, and kind of like a stable sort of feeling. It doesn't really want to feel empty or cold or hot, really, or kind of tense. You want the whole area to feel kind of relaxed, but kind of full, like it's weighting down the lower part of the kind of internal space here. So it's like it's the grounded bit of it. Okay, so just tuning into that. And turn that into an image if you can, or some words, and then we're going to draw that in. Okay, now, can you remember whether your energy felt up, down, or more or less in the middle? Because we're going to run that poll if I can find it. I've got 24 polls now. We've done so many polls. I'm going to have to clean them out in the new year because I'm having trouble finding them now, believe it or not, because there's so many of them. Oh, here we are. Is your energy too up, too down, or about right? So let's have a look. And this is going to link directly to our point of the week. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to ask you. Do you feel very too much up, a little bit too much up, about the middle, or too down? And last time I seem to remember we did this poll, which was a few weeks ago. If I remember rightly, there was a lot more people feeling too heavy. So that seems to have changed, which could be a good thing. It seems pretty more. Oh, look at that! It's pretty much even. So that's probably a good thing. But what we want to do is get more of you into the about balance bit in the middle there. Okay. So we've got about a third, just over a third, feeling balanced, and about a third too up and a third too down. Okay, good. So how are we going to do that? Well, we need a little bit more information. We need to find out which burner is going to win the poll for this final Wednesday class of the year. So which burner do you want to work on today? And we've had a massive increase in upper burner activity recently, but let's just see if that's going to hold for today, or whether we're going to get any other burners vying for position. I'm finding mine, I'm very much more a middle burner person myself, but look, I'm getting a little bit more. I think I would have probably voted for the upper burner last week, and it's getting a bit more difficult to choose. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. Okay, look, I can't believe it. The upper burner is taking us right through to the end of the year. Look at this. Oh, the upper burner, that's pretty much what we had last time. Middle burner has just pipped it. Anyone else want to Anyone else want to vote before? Look at that, the upper burner people are more up quicker. There must be a reason for that. Okay, middle burner takes it. Okay, that's a big switch from last week. If you remember, we had massive majority for the lower and upper burner last week. The middle burner was way back. So I wonder what that means. Maybe it's pre-Christmas stress affecting the middle burner. Whatever it is, we need to do something about that. So let's get on with the exercises. Okay, I'm going to leave the point of the week towards the end of the session because it's a very, very special point. And I'm going to revise the awesome CV points that we've explored over the last month or so, because we've basically covered the 3 dantians, the 3 energy centers of the body, the lower one, the middle, and the upper one. And so it's been a pretty amazing journey the last few weeks. Really enjoyed it. It's kind of nice to be out of the meridian exercises, the organ exercises, and to do something a bit different. Because of course they connect with the chakras as well, so it's all very exciting. Okay, so let's get going, and we better make sure we look after those middle burners, everyone. So let's just tune in. Okay. Okay, so let's start off with some gentle shaking. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look after the middle burner people, and we're going to start off by shaking in the middle burner, and we're going to shake out through the limbs into the hands and into the feet. Okay, so keeping the hips really relaxed, and there's a reason for that we'll go into later. We're going to tune into the middle burner, okay, and we're going to just gently shake up and down. We're going to take it really easy here. We're going to just really emphasize the releasing aspect of the shaking. Okay, now there is a tendency to think of the diaphragm being on the front of the body, but actually it goes right back and it connects right back into the back of the thoracic spine. So to get the full feeling of the diaphragm, we need to bring our attention back into the back, and imagine it like a whole space like this right around here. And let's do that with the shaking. So we're going to shake down through here and into the spine as well. So we've got the whole spine, mid part of the spine releasing. Very good. Okay, well done. You get that shaking nice and gently, and the emphasis is on the releasing. Nice and easy. Okay, we just keep doing that until we start feeling that the middle burner is just starting to open out. Okay, got it? Okay, very good. So now we're going to bring our attention down into the abdominal organs, and we're going to shake those abdominal organs gently up and down and just allow them to move about a bit. Keep those hips relaxed. Okay, we want to keep the hips relaxed because the gallbladder channel runs and the liver channel run right through this area, and they connect up to the diaphragm and the middle burner. So if we hold the hips and try and shake here, we're not really going to get enough movement downwards here. Can you feel that? If you lock the hips and try and shake the middle burner, it just doesn't work, does it? Because the channel's not releasing downwards. So if we open the hips, relax the knees, okay, shake the middle burner again, and this time as we shake it, imagine we're shaking the tension down through the channels, through the hips, down into the feet. Got it? Okay, so now I'm going to emphasize the shoulders now. We're going to release the shoulders, we're going to lift them up and drop them down like this. Keep the hips and shoulders relaxed. Just doing a bit of a wiggle here to make sure those hips are released. Okay, getting the shaking right down into the feet. Nice and easy, we have plenty of time. Just going to let that middle burner really release, and then just bring it into the lower and the upper burners. Okay, now the missing bit now is the jaw. We've got to get that jaw really released. Let's really relax it. Okay, very good. Now we're going to go for the top of the head, just at the top of the head there, and we're going to use that imaginary thread to bounce us a bit. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And this movement, by the way, here opens gallbladder 21, which is one of the most powerful downward action points in the body. So this action is really good for going down into the abdomen and the diaphragm. That movement, as long as you've got the hips relaxed. Keep the hips relaxed and you'll feel the energy just shaking down through the knees and into the feet. And then once we release the jaw, because there's so many channels there, gallbladder channel runs right through the jaw, that kind of, what it does is it connects up the release from the upper part of the body through here, down through the diaphragm, down through the hips and into the feet. Ready? So, okay, now what we're doing now is just shaking a little bit further backwards and forwards like this, so that it's not all linear, up and down with the spine. So going forwards a bit, opening up to here, mid-thoracic, related to the middle burner. Okay, got it? Let's just check in and see how we're feeling. Okay, pretty awesome. Now, the thing is, most Wednesday classes, we start off with the lower burner because it's the fundamental burner in a way. It's kind of like the root of energy of the body. But if we've got a lot of middle burner obstruction, which we've got in the class today, and if this happens to you at any point, even if you're voting for the upper and lower today, if this ever happened to you, it's really important to release the middle burner first. And the reason for that is because we need to get this connection between the breath and down into the dantian. So just checking with this, if we place our hands here over the lower dantian, okay, and then we breathe in, and we try and direct the breath down into the lower hara. Okay, now if you're an upper and lower burner person, you probably won't have too much trouble there, but if you're a middle burner person, you probably find that the breath gets obstructed around here. So what we'll do this week to look after you is we'll work on the middle burner first, get that completely opened out, and then we'll go back to here and do the lower and upper burners, okay? So if you remember, this is related to the stomach and the liver. It's to do with frustration, anger, anxiety, worry about Christmas, and things like that. So let's make sure we release it as much as possible. Okay, we're going to start off with our famous twisting exercise. We do it very specifically today. We're going to put the feet nice and firmly on the floor, and we are going to bring our attention right into this middle burner here before we move. Float the head up, okay, and then rotating the spine around, feel the twist on the middle burner. Very good. Okay, and we're looking to left and right, floating that head up. Okay, and we're going to do it a little bit stronger, so we're going to do the slapping. So what happens if I do it in slow motion? You go right here, you slap here, which is right around the middle burner here, and it stimulates the liver channel. Yeah? Okay, if it's too much for you, just take it easy, but if you feel it's a good thing to just get that chi moving in the middle burner, you want really nice tapping there as we go round. Oh, that was a burp. Okay, that's a classic sign that the liver chi is moving, that you burp. If you ever get that, that's a classic burping thing that's related to the liver chi moving. Okay, the liver has a very important connection with the digestive system. Okay, so let's just get this moving a bit more. I think I'm just going to go a little bit more with this, a little bit more. Let's just get it really zinging. Okay, let's just see, let's come back to the middle. That's more like it. Can you feel that zinging feeling right through there? Now I need to connect that with the channels to get the chi really flowing. So let's keep those hips really relaxed. I'm going to sink down a little bit to open the gallbladder channel right in the the buttocks there, right in the hip. And we're going to tap around here from liver 13. We're going to go up to liver 14. That's this movement here. Okay, and let's go down the gallbladder channel and let's really see if we can find any points that release the diaphragm and the middle burner. Okay, so we're going to go nicely slowly. We're going to get really into this gallbladder 30 point. And we're just going to do a bit of shaking here with the legs, just to opening up this joint here, getting right in there. Okay, so let's go down and let's just see if we can find any points that help release. And why don't we just stop for a moment just below the knee here, just on the outside below the knee, gallbladder 34, really important point. I'm just going to keep tapping that. That's one of the most releasing points in the body for the liver chi. So let's just keep going with that for a while. Keep going. Okay, and then down the channel, and then up the inside of the legs. That's the liver channel, and then back up. Okay, let's just shake out the legs. Can you feel that gallbladder 34 point just below on the outside of the knee there? Zinging away. We're going to do it 2 more times. We're going to go down the outside, and we're going to focus on gallbladder 34. Just keep tapping. And down we go. Then up the inside. And back up into the liver 13 and 14. Okay, checking in again. Whoa, can you feel that? Humming away, gallbladder 34. And I think if you tune to that point and then connect it up, you'll feel that really nice feeling of opening there in the middle burner. Okay, so it's a middle burner special for those of you that voted for the middle burner today. Okay, got to look after you, definitely. We don't want any middle burner obstructions going into Christmas. So here we go, one more time. Okay, down we go. Down the gallbladder channel and gallbladder 34, special tension. Just keep tapping it. Just keep going. It's just on the outside below the knee. You can't miss it. Just tap that whole area there. Keep going. Down we go. And then up, inside, back up. Okay, fantastic. Here we go. We're going to shake out. How about that? Can you feel that zip, that gallbladder foot is humming away now, okay? And it's having a direct effect on the middle burner here. Okay, so now we're going to go for another awesome point on the middle burner meridians, and we're going to go for the stomach channel. So we're going to tap just down the outside of the abdominal muscles here, okay? And we're going to go down the outside of the legs, and we're going to focus in, and this is for anyone who's getting a bit anxious and a bit low in energy. If you're feeling anxious or low in energy coming up to the holiday season, we're going to sort that completely out with stomach 36, one of the most famous points in the whole body. So we go down to the kneecap. I'll show you exactly where it is. You come down to here, you place your hand palms right on the kneecap, and then you take this middle finger here, and it's right on the shin bone, isn't it? And then you go to the outside, and there's like a little indentation there, and that's stomach 36. Okay, got it? But if you tap just around this whole area, you will get it. Okay, so it's basically below the knee, just on the outside of the shin bone, and we're going to give that a special stimulation today. The famous 3 mile point, as Chinese armies used to moxer it with heat every 3 miles. They could march all day because it strengthened the legs, strengthened the chi in the whole body, and releases anxiety. So let's just give that a really good go today. And then we go down, and then go up the spleen channel, and then back. Okay, now if you just relax now, you'll feel gallbladder 34 going, and stomach 36 is starting to come alive as well. So we've got super power below the knees. Okay, 2 really important points. So let's just do another go with stomach 36. We're going to stop on stomach 36 and tap. We're going to hold it there. Keep going. Relaxing the hips. Keep it going, stomach 36. Very good, and then down, and then up. The spleen channel, and then check in, okay? How about that? Can you feel it's starting to get a strengthening feeling up the front of the body? That's the Qi being tonified by stomach 36. It's a very particular feeling, and it's also helping with the grounding. So one more of those. Okay, let's just really, just lightly tapping it, just keep going. Just keep going. Keep going. Okay, good. And then down, and then up. Okay, and shaking the legs out. Okay, checking in time. Okay, now standing here and just tuning to your Qi, and I think you'll find you've got two really important things have happened. This middle burner is going to feel a lot more open and relaxed, and there's going to be a lot more Qi circulating the body. That's postnatal Qi. That's not the same as the Qi that comes up from the earth and into the lower burner. This is postnatal Qi, and it's related to anxiety and stuff like that. Okay, so if you find yourself, you get middle burner obstruction in the next couple of weeks, you can spend 10 minutes just working on gallbladder 34, stomach 36, and you'll get this amazing feeling of power, but also that grounding down through the stomach channel into the earth. Pretty awesome way to start the session, wasn't it? Okay, so now we've got that Qi flowing, we've got that release here, we can now go down to the lower burner and power up the fundamental kidney Qi in the lower dantian. Now remember those 2 points, we've got CV4 and CV6, they make up the lower dantian or the hara, the most important central energy point of the body. We've got CV4, which is the gate of origin, it connects us with the ancestors, and CV6 is the sea of Qi, and it's basically connected to the underlying Qi of the whole body. So it's really important to get that area activated. We're going to place our hand around that CV4, CV6 area, and we're going to rotate it. We're going to soften the hips again. Now this time we're softening the hips to connect through the kidney channel down into kidney 1 and kidney 3 and all that. So let's keep them relaxed. Okay, now isn't that comfortable now? The middle burner's been released so much, it's so comfortable. We've got legs energized through the middle burner. Everything feels comfortable, and it's just perfect for getting the lower burner nice and strong now. Okay, so nice easy breaths. We're bringing the breath into the lower hara. Very good. Okay, now we're going to extend that Qi through the body into the sacrum and the lower back, keeping the sacrum really relaxed. That's all around here, right around here, relaxed as you can. Okay, very important to keep this keep this energy strong, particularly around the time of the solstice and around the time, because this is the kidney time of year, and we've got to try and keep the cold from getting into the kidney. So we want to keep this really warm. And we're going to do this one. It's a really good one. Bladder 23. And then we can extend that by rubbing onto the sacrum here, sacrum and around the sacroiliac joint. I'm just going to rub that until we get it nice and warm. Yeah? Okay. Very good. Okay, and then around here, and we go around here again. There we are, feeling it starting to really fill up with Qi. Keep that lower abdominal breathing there, breathing in, holding the breath, and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And we're going to shake those legs out, just relax, shoulders. Okay, checking in time. Let's see what it feels like. Okay, not bad. The middle burner feels awesome. Lower burner's starting to activate, but the big missing thing, I think you'll agree, is that connection with kidney 1. We've got to get that kidney 1 connection to feel that lower burner really connected with the earth. So let's go. Get my chair, which is waiting here. Let's see. Okay. So let's get that kidney 1 activated. Oh, my feet are freezing today. It's so cold today. Absolutely beautiful and frosty, but it's very cold on the floor. So tapping, I'll just get some circulation here. Pressing into kidney 1. I'm not going to take my socks off today. I dare not. My feet are too cold. I'm sure you can remember where the points are. Good view of it. Yeah, there we go. So it's 1/3 of the distance down the whole midline of the foot, right around here, right in here. You can see that. And I'm opening up the liver channel as well here between the first and second toe. That's a really good point, liver 3, really useful point. Massaging the toes, pressing the big fingers in, and then I think we're going to give kidney 1 a really good tap. I'm holding on to kidney 3 here with my thumb. Tapping. And squeezing. Okay, I'm going to give it a bit more today because I just feel like it really needs a good waking up. Okay, let's do the other one. Good tapping. Opening. And just a bit more tapping. I've just got my thumb again on kidney 3, just behind the ankle. Stretching. This stretch opens up the kidney channel in the leg. Okay. I think that's enough. Let's see a bit more. I think that's done it. Okay, so let's stand up and check in and see what's happened. Oops, there we are. Let's see. There we are. That's what we needed. That connection between the lower dantian and the feet. Okay, that gives us an extra level of grounding through the legs and into the earth. Fantastic. Okay, so let's just connect up the kidney 1 with the lower dantian by using the channel. So I'm going to tap from kidney 3 up the kidney channel, keeping up, and then round onto the sacrum. Get this nice and energized, can do a bit more warming. And then bring it down. Okay, this time if we're going to spend a little more time on kidney 3, we're going to try and activate that kidney 3 point, if you can reach it. Opening up kidney 1. Just keep on kidney 3 for a bit longer, and then come up the channel. Okay, kidney 3 is a really important point because it's the source point of the kidney and bladder channels. One more time. So keeping on that kidney 3 for a little bit longer. Coming up and then into the lower Hara. Okay, checking out. Okay, let's check in and see how we're doing, shall we? So feet shoulder width apart, relaxing Okay, what an awesome start. I think that middle burner, thank you middle burner people. Wasn't that a great way to start? That stomach 36 is still humming away, gallbladder 34, and this is just like really open now. What a great way to do it. This feels nice and strong. We've got kidney 1 zinging away down there. So it's time to move on up into the upper burner. Okay, so let's just do some stretches and just check in and see how we're feeling. We've got the pericardium stretch, that's this one, breathing in and breathing out, coming back. Okay, just tuning in from the middle finger all the way into the center of the chest, that's the pericardium channel. Okay, and prayer position, over the head, breathing in, opening up the armpits, breathing in, breathing out. That's the heart stretch. Okay, and linking our thumbs behind the back like this, breathing in, breathing out, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. That is the lung stretch. Okay, so from those stretches we can get an idea. Did any of those feel particularly kind of weak or blocked as you were working, as you stretched? And that gives you a readout of the 3 channels of the upper burner. That's the pericardium, the heart channel, and the lung channel. Okay, so let's just work on the lungs first of all, because that's really important for getting the Qi there. We've got the prenatal Qi here, we've got the postnatal Qi from the middle burner, and we've got the Qi from the air that comes from the upper burner. Okay, now we've just to revise those CV points, we've done CV4, CV6, CV12 is the one right in the middle of the middle burner that we would have done if we were tapping here. And then we've got CV17, which is in the middle of the chest, that's the heart energy center, and it's the middle dantian. So when we're doing anything on the chest, CV17 is a meter point, it's good for the lungs and the heart protector. So let's just incorporate that into our lung work. We're going to first of all tap here, CV17, and this time we're going to tap around until we get into the lung 1, lung 2 area. That's here, around here. Lung 1 is right there. I'm going to hollow that area a bit to get right in there, and then we're going to work down towards the thumb. Okay, this is the lung, and then this is the large intestine. This is lung, and this is large intestine. Okay. This is lung, and this is large intestine. Okay, very good. And then we go back into CV17, swap over hands. So we do the upper arm. Lung down to the thumb, and then large intestine. And then lung. Just go back into CV17 again, just to link with that one. Oh, and then out. Lung. Large intestine. CV17, and then back out to lung, and large intestine. Very good. Okay, so just brushing off, stretching about a bit, shaking about a bit, and checking in. Okay, take a deep breath in. Feel the Qi down into the thumbs. That is the lung channel being opened out. Let's do a little bit more exercise on that. Let's do this famous medical Qi Gong exercise for the lungs. This is suitable particularly for the weak and elderly. So if you're feeling a bit kind of weak and wobbly and the tapping is too much for you, then this is the exercise for you. You just bring the arms up, bring the thumbs out, and just drop them back. Feet shoulder width. Not too high, it's not up here, it's only to shoulder height, thumbs out, dropping back. Okay, now as we're doing that, what we're doing is we're connecting the head top up to the heavens. Feeling the spine all the way down, feeling the sacrum weighting down, whoops, into the earth. Okay, and now we're going to relax the hips and the knees and the feet. And now we're going to emphasize the breathing. Okay, nice deep breaths. And this time we're emphasizing the upper burner as we're breathing because we want to get the Qi into the lungs. Okay, brilliant stuff. Lovely, relaxing the arms. And now it's time to do some work on the heart and the pericardium channel. So let's do some doing on those. And we'll start off again, linking with CV17. And go down through the center of the arms and then round up the triple heated channel here. So we're running from CV17 along the upper chest and then down the inside of the arms to the pericardium. Okay, and then back up. Very, very good for any emotional stress that's blocking this upper heater for you. Yeah, so. Nice, very good. Very good, and then swapping hands. Down into the hand and then up the other way. The triple heated channel. CV17. Down. And very good. Okay, and then okay, let's just do some stretches for the heart channel. Bring the arms out, bring the little finger up, breathing in, breathing out, relaxing the chest and stretching back this way on the exhalation. Okay, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, now relaxing, tuning into that upper burner. How does that feel? Pretty good. Tingling with the lungs, opening with the heart protector. Oh, that feels so much better. And the heart channel nice and opened deep into the chest. Okay, wow, pretty good so far. So now I think it's about time, before we run out of time, to look at, and before we go into the head and everything, to look at point of the week. And I've had fun again this week. Look at this, I've been doing my research. This is, again, one of the most awesome points in the body. So we've done the lower dantian, which is the hara, the lower hara. We've worked on CV12, which is the middle burner one, CV17. So now I thought, to top it all, that's a joke, by the way, we could do the point at the very top of the head, which is also the crown chakra. Anyone in the chat know what point that is? Anyone? Yep, there we are. Well done. Oh, we've got a flurry of people. Here we are. Fantastic. And Catherine got in there early with the actual name. Very impressed by that. Much longer to type than GB20 or Do20. Well done, everyone. Okay, you're obviously on it. Yeah, it's a fascinating point. I've got a picture of it right here for you. Let me just make sure I get the right one. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Right. So it's pretty much at the top of the head now. It's slightly back from the actual top of the head, and there's a reason for that, which we can experiment with in a minute energetically. But it is that point that we've been using all the way through the Wednesday classes to have that imaginary thread leading us upwards. It's called 100 convergences. That's a lot of convergences there. 100 of them is a lot of convergences. Okay, it's the most yang point of the body. It connects. It's the one that we use when we connect up with the yang energy. So it's also the Crown Chakra. It's like super awesome point. It actually is the meeting point of the governing vessel, the bladder, the gallbladder, triple heater, and the liver channels. And the liver channel, just if you're interested, if you're a Shiatsu practitioner, liver channel actually has an internal pathway right up to the top of the head. And hot headaches right at the top of the head are often related to the hot headaches at the top, just at the top of the head there, are related to liver yang rising. Okay, so what it does, and this is a really interesting thing, and we have got a very funny story, haven't we, Dinah, about this point, featuring the very famous Kiku Matsumoto, who we put a workshop on in London. We put a workshop on for her in London back in the 80s, I think it was. She was talking about the action of governing vessel sending energy downwards. And there was a certain amount of questioning amongst the audience about the energy going up, whether it goes up or down when you press the point. And there was a certain amount of backwards and forwards between Kiko and the audience. It was really quite funny. So I always remember that. But when I was doing my research in this book, which is the acupuncture book, it actually is interesting because this point can be used to either bring energy up the body, or so it can raise up the yang and counters prolapse. It's actually used for treating prolapses, the rectum, the vagina, stuff around, and just like kind of holding everything up. But it also can pacify the yang. So if you've got too much energy going up, it can also make the energy going down, which is why I thought we'd do that question, is your energy too far up or is it too far down? So I thought what we could do is we could do an energy exercise and find out whether this point has a neutral effect for you, whether it sends energy down and sends energy up, in a similar way that we experimented with the points, remember, I think, with the middle burner, because the middle burner, again, some of those points can do either, and it depends on what your energy needs, what will happen. So I thought what we could do is we could figure out what's going on. So let's find out where the point is first of all. And if you'd like to find the point, what you do is you take your hands like this. You can see where it is. You place the classical way to do is place this on your front of your hairline, this part of your hand on your back hairline. Not that I've got a back hairline at the moment with my haircut that I did this morning, but I have to imagine where it is. And you join them up like this, okay? So like that. Oh, okay. And then you just go back a little bit. If you can see what I mean, because it's not exactly even there. So basically you just need to go forwards, anterior to that point, and just find the point just there, okay? Just slightly forward of the meeting point of your fingertips, okay? So that's one way of finding it on yourself. So I'll just do this. Okay, the other way to do it is an energetic way, because you notice it's not quite on the absolute top of the head. And the reason for that is an energetic reason, which I'd like to explore with you, and then we'll stimulate the point. And the reason for that is because really what you want is you want GV20 to be the point which would hold up the spine. If you see what I mean, if you had it here, it would tip the head backward like this. If you experiment by going backwards, and you can just get hold of a little bit of your hair and pull it upwards, and just keep moving your fingers forwards and backwards until you get a feeling that, like I've got it now, where if I put a string there, it would hold up the spine, because the spine is quite it's a central structure in the body, but it's slightly posterior to the absolute midline round the back, round through the body. Do you understand what I mean? So the spine is slightly further back. So to be suspended by that, you need to have it just fractionally back from the absolute top of the head, okay? Okay, so if you can find that point, and then I thought what we do this, we just tap it lightly to activate the point. Okay, rub our hands together. Okay, tune into your body, whether your body's going up or down. Okay, we got that? And then we're going to place our hand on GB20, a fingertip on GB20, tune into the point, and extend your chi down through the point, all the way down to your feet. And then imagine it going upwards towards the heavens. Got it? So you've got that connection. And now tune in and see whether that point is drawing you up or pressing you down. Is it raising up your yang, or is it calming your yang down? Or is it neutral in the middle? Okay, so it just takes a few breaths. I know what mine's doing. You'll either feel this feeling of energy going up the body or kind of sinking down, or it may be neutral depending on what you need. Okay, very good. So let's just shake out and I'll run the poll. I've got a brand new poll for the last class of the week. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, here we are. When you contacted GV20, did your key move downwards, neutral, or did it move upwards, downwards, neutral, or other? Okay, let's just see. It'll be very interesting to see how we got on that. When we did it, did you feel it going upwards or downwards? If you're not sure, it's probably because it's neutral. So interesting. Look at this. So far, there's a massive. If you're not sure, it's probably because it's neutral. If you're pretty balanced in terms of your yang moving up or down, it's going to be a bit vague. But certainly, if you need that point, you'll feel it kind of rush. Your energy starts surging upwards. If it's too far down, and it'll go. If your energy is too far up, it'll go down because it's homeostatic. Okay, but look at this. The vast majority of us needed our yang raising up for Christmas. So I'm glad we did that. Okay, so there we are. And it's got to be a fantastic point to end the year on, because it really is 100 meetings or 100 convergences. It's called 100 meetings in this book here, right here. In Indian philosophy, this point is known as the 1,000-petal lotus. There we are. The Indians have trumped it. There's 1,000 petals, and the Chinese have only got 100 meetings. Oh. It's the Crown Chakra, and it's obviously connects us to the heavens energy. We are there. So there we are. If you want to have a 1,000-petal lotus up there, you might want to have that as an image when you access the point. Okay, look, time is running out. We've got 5 minutes. We've got to clear up those yang channels. So why don't we just start by tapping our point of the week, because it's, after all, the meeting point of all those yang vessels, as we found out. And we'll go from there down round the back of the head. Yep. Sides of the head. Forehead. Okay, I'm just going to do some rubbing here. This is gallbladder, around the gallbladder and triple heater. Really nice area to rub. And then round the ears, nice and calmly, relaxing the ears. Wiping the eyes. GV20, very good if you want to get some more air in your lungs. welcome smell, and then round here, jaw, right in the upper teeth. This is a large intestine channel, runs here, and we got this. Just washing the face, and then releasing this SCM muscle here, and then working the back of the neck. So we've got bladder channel at the back, and gallbladder channel. Okay, very good. So that's the head. Just brushing off any tension in the head, and then we'll go straight onto gallbladder 20. Just tapping the top of the shoulder, both sides. And then we need to go down the back as far as we can. Connecting up with the bladder channel. Just going to stretch it backwards and forwards a bit, just to free it up, and then down, then back to the legs. Okay, excellent, and shaking out. Very good. Okay, checking in. Checking in with that heaven and earth connection. We're going to float the head up. Opening up kidney 1. Checking in with stomach 36, gallbladder 34. Opening the knees. Feeling that connection with the earth. Doesn't that feel good? Thank you, middle burner people. We love you. That's an amazing feeling there. And that's really made me, we've got that lovely connection there between the lower and the upper burner, which is what we need at this time of year, just to keep that connection with our fundamental energy and our heart energy nice and strong. This is all really nice and open, really good. So let's just do 3 breaths to finish off with. Connecting with the earth, breathing in. Connecting with the heavens, connecting in with GB20, breathing out. Breathing in. Connect with the heavens. And one more, releasing, opening kidney 1, connecting with the earth. And breathing out. And relax. Okay, there we are. That's the end of another amazing year of Wednesday classes. Thank you so much for being part of it. It's been so great to meet up. I love these Wednesday classes, and I love just sharing the stuff with you and finding out how you're doing. Don't forget, next Wednesday we're going to take a week off, and then we'll be back the first Wednesday of January with the new program, the Chinese clock, and we're going to go on a journey together through the whole of next year, around the whole Chinese clock, and we'll find out how all the channels link up with each other, and we'll find out how the Chinese medicine recommends we use our energy at different times of the day. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I just want to say thank you to Diana, thank you to all the other members of the team that have made this possible. And it's been a fantastic experience. Thank you very much. And I can see lots of lovely messages on the chat. Thank you, all of you. And it's so lovely to see so many regular names here week after week. I'm going to just put a heart in the chat. It's 11 o'clock, got to go, the buzzer's gone, my client's here, and I'll see you next year. We'll be sending out an email with a program for next year. Have a wonderful break, and we'll see you soon.